generally, there's added risk factors at medical facilities because you have drivers that might be on medication. You have drivers that might be in distress. They could be injured. They could be suffering a medical emergency.
The Storefront Safety Council telling us why hospitals so often become crash sites, as we first revealed in a KXAN investigation. Now, one of those, a deadly crash at St. David's North Austin Medical Center back in February, is under investigation. Months later, police still aren't saying what caused the driver to collide into the emergency room there.
But because of KXAN investigator Matt Grant's reporting, some city council members are now promising action.
Could somebody get me a tissue? Sorry.
An emotional reaction from Austin City Council member Mackenzie Kelly.
Like, how do we prevent this from continuing to happen?
As she watched our investigation into the deadly crash at St. David's North Austin Medical Center.
One of the main reasons we're talking to you now and having this conversation is because we're hoping that it will have an impact and prevent this from happening to other people.
Yes.
Experts and the attorney for the Bernard family say it could have been prevented if St. David's had crash-rated steel posts called bollards installed before the crash. Kelly agrees, pausing our story to tell her staff this.
Can we initiate an ordinance change that requires any new builds of hospitals or places where people seek medical attention to have these types of protection?
She calls these safety barriers an easy solution. What would you like to say to the Bernard family?
Your tragedy hopefully will save others' lives and prevent that from occurring, but there is no excuse for the pain that your family has felt.
Oh my gosh.
Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes also reacting to our report.
Thank y'all for covering this. I appreciate y'all doing this type of investigative journalism, because this is why we need policies updated.
Fuentes now also wants to require bollards, but not just at hospitals.
We want all of our hospital systems, all of our critical infrastructure, our nursing facilities, anywhere where there is a lot of people moving in and out of, we need to start looking at how are they designing their buildings with safety in mind.
And you're looking at possibly an ordinance that would address that?
Yes.
Austin wouldn't be the first city to consider policies surrounding safety barriers. We first told you the Storefront Safety Council has tracked at least 244 crashes involving medical centers around the country in just the last decade. That number increases to more than 28,000 when you include crashes the group's tracked involving any storefront, not just hospitals. In that time, the SSC tells me it's worked to pass local ordinances requiring crash-rated security barriers in business parking lots in 5 cities and counties around the country, 3 sparked by deadly accidents. We'll continue to keep you updated on any developments here in Austin, including what any proposal could look like. Matt Grant, KXAN Investigates.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. A City of Austin spokesperson tells us in part, quote, if the city decided to look into this and implement a city policy or requirement, it wouldn't impact current facilities, only future ones. And the city would likely need to amend the transportation code and look at the building code for similar facilities. St. David's North made some changes after the deadly crash at its emergency room, installing 7 bollards there. When we did ask about potential policy changes, St. David's Healthcare said, quote, it will work with policymakers and officials to ensure compliance with any new laws if they are passed. Along with our local leaders, our team reached out to more than 50 state lawmakers who sit on transportation or health-related committees.
And in the week since our first report, at least half a dozen have said this is an issue that they want to look into, including one who asked to see our data to use for research. You can catch up on our complete investigation, including an interactive map of hospital crashes across Texas. Just look for a link in this story in the investigative section of KXAN.com.